Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, everybody out there? You know, we just want to start it off. You already know what it is. It's Tuesday night, and you're at the Status Podcast. My name is Mr. James Mack. We here in Miami. We got
Mr. Shuntastic one, Mr. Flowers.
And we got a special guest for y'all tonight. We got a legend in the building. We got Mr. Stan in the building. We're going to tell you more about him. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself or say something to the people, Mr. Stan?
Well, my name is Stanford Patton. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, but I lived in Miami at the time. And I'm not a former member of the Black Panther Party. I'm still a Black Panther, and I'll probably die a Black Panther. And
we wasn't even expecting that one. So Mr. Stan come out cutting. But we're gonna show him a lot of respect tonight. You heard what he said, so I want y'all to tune in because this show is gonna be interesting. We're gonna touch on some topics, talking about what is Kanye West doing, and we got a brother that's in fought tooth and nail for what we doing here these days, for this freedom just to speak right here. This brother fought for this, all right? So we're going to talk about all that first. We're going to go ahead and, as y'all know, we're going to get this commercial from our sponsors, because if you're looking to start a business or if you want to get into the jury business, then I want you to go to prosperwithjamesmack.com. There you can learn, or you can do a 30-minute coaching call. So go ahead and watch the commercial, and then we're going to come back and jump right into some of these topics that's going to get real serious. Yeah, and we're back like that, all right? So here we go, y'all. Tonight is gonna be a special show because we're gonna get something from the future. We're gonna get something from the past. We got Mr. Stan here to really, tighten you all up and tell you about some things and let you know why you have what you have. And I'm saying that as far as like the freedoms that you got, the freedom of speech, the speech that you got, the ability to go out here and make money, and what are some of the challenges that we're facing. And we wanted to kind of piggyback this thing tonight off of what's going on with Kanye West. We know that he put out the White Lives Matter t-shirt, and that really hurt a lot of people. But, a lot of people said that was genius, and it woke people up. A lot of people said that's out of order. It's going to hurt some people. So we really want to, we get an opinion from somebody that fought, tooth and nail out here for us to even be able to drive, for us to even be able to do anything, and what are we trying to do going forward? You understand me? So we're going to jump right into it. First of all, so first of all, we're going to start off. First of all, this is how we're going to start off the show. We want to get a little bit more into our guests, first of all. Before we get into talking about what Kanye West did and how that affected us and where we're going from there, we want to give y'all some history that y'all may not even realize what was going on. So first of all, Mr. Stan, where are you originally from? And tell them a little bit about yourself so they can get hip and understand who you are and the reason why we got you on the show, because this is very important. This is a legend, and this is somebody y'all really, really, really need to pay attention to. So we want to bring some of this to y'all, to the show, to just give y'all some history, because it's hard to find legends that's willing to, talk about their story and the things they done went to and what they're doing now. So we're gonna go ahead and get some background on Mr. Stan, and then we're gonna take it from there. Mr. Stan, give us some background on you. Where you from?
Well, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Born in 1938. I lived through the World War II. I remember the atomic bomb.
Wow.
Like it was yesterday. It was dropped on civilian people. I remember food stamps, standing in line with them long food stamp lines. I remember the German prisoners working in America. They were eating better than black people, and they was prisoners.
Wow.
I'm a basketball player. I'm played with Christmas Alex High School, was the first all-black team in the history of America to win a state championship. Oscar Robertson, Hall of Famer, was my teammate.
Wow.
I played basketball at Tennessee State. We were the first black college to win a national title. I was a member of the Black Panther Party, fighting for the liberation of black people. And
so let me ask you this, Mr. Stan. How old are you?
I'm 84 years old.
84 years old.
And my main purpose tonight here is to try to uplift the black man.
Okay.
To unite the black man.
Yeah.
We must get together. Brothers, we got a lot of problems. But our most important problem is we have to unite. And we can talk about the rest of the problems once we unite. But if we don't unite, we can get nothing going. Nothing.
So we definitely gonna talk about some unite. So we got Mr. Stan here, former Black Panther. You say you still a Black Panther to this day.
He
gonna die. You see, he got his now what do you call this?
The beret.
The beret. That's what you call a beret, right?
Yeah. Well, see, everybody up here passed me the baton.
Okay.
These people died. I don't want these people to think they died in vain. So I'm gonna carry it on.
Okay.
We must move on.
Right.
See, if I don't carry it on, these people just shouldn't die in vain.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to keep fighting. So that's what I want to do.
Okay, now just a little bit more history. Now I done talked to somebody else that knows about you. You're a Miami legend, right?
That's what they say.
You're a Miami legend. Now, we're gonna get to that for sure. Mr. Flowers, I want to ask you something. And I want to let y'all know we got Mr. Stan here. We want y'all to know about him, and we also want his opinion on some of these new age issues that we got. And one of the things that we couldn't pass up to bring on the show today is the topic of Kanye West, because this is affecting us as a people. He's speaking up for us right now, right? So if he get the platform and he's on ABC, NBC, he's on all these platforms, he's speaking for you. He's speaking for me. He's speaking for Mr. Stan as a black man, and we can't really have that. We gotta speak for ourselves and let you know how we feel about it. So with that being said, Mr. Flowers, what do you feel about the White Lives Matter shirt that Kanye West made to be purchased by anybody?
Well, I think it was just a publicity stunt. Personally, I think it's buffoonery. To be completely honest with you, because first and foremost, I don't even believe, and we discussed this previously, I don't even support the Black Lives Matter organization.
Okay.
I support the movement, but I don't support the organization.
The organization, right.
So, just to have the White Lives Matter T-shirt is kind of like a slap in the face to those who do support the actual movement, the Black Lives Matter movement.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, just a bunch of buffoonery. I think he's trying to, he got this thing that's going on with Adidas. That he's we got this thing with Adidas, we got this thing with Gap. He's going through this situation with Kim Kardashian, with his baby mama. There's a whole lot of things and the boy just sick. He's in his head right now. He has a mental issue.
Oh, so you think it's a mental issue? You don't think it's like he trying to wake us up, or he trying to?
I think he has the right intentions, but he has the wrong verbiage.
Okay, he got the wrong verbiage.
He has the wrong verbiage, and he has the wrong actions, but he has the right intentions.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
He got the wrong intentions, but he got the right actions.
he has the right intentions.
He got the right intentions,
but he has the wrong actions.
Okay. Mr. Stan, when you see something like this man making a White Lives Matter T-shirt for black people and white people to wear out here in these streets after all that we be going through, what do you think about something like that?
Well, I don't have no comment on that. I just really don't have no comment.
You got a comment on it, Mr. Stan? You okay? Let me change it around like this, Mr. Stan. You got a George Floyd button on your shirt right now, okay? And all of this Black Lives Matter situation kind of took off from after George Floyd got killed, right? Is that right?
Well, it was around before
that brown boy. That boy got killed here.
Okay.
In Miami.
So that kind of, and then the George Floyd really made it just take off, right?
Yeah, the George Floyd thing is what actually got the global attention.
Okay, that's what got the global attention. So
don't angle that.
Okay. Hey, it's a lot. Y'all know we do. Okay, so
hello.
Let me ask you this.
I'll call you back later. I'm busy right now.
Hey, we are live, so y'all know how it is. You know what I mean?
So you had the Castile. You had numerous guys. You had the Missouri situation. You had the guy that got killed,
right?
Selling the single cigarettes in New York or Jersey, wherever he was at.
Yeah.
So you got you have a whole lot of different situations,
right?
That correlated with the Black Lives Matter move. You know what I'm saying? With the Black Lives Matter. But the George Floyd situation set it off.
That set it off. So hold that thought. So Mr. Stan, with you being a former Black Panther and everything, you showed me at one point that well, first of all, do you recognize the Black Lives Matter type situation?
Hello. done.
Right.
Now, you know, the 20 men, I'm saying 20 as a number.
So that's so if 20 people put up $1,000, that's $20,000.
That's $20,000 from the jump.
Okay.
We sit and talk 6 weeks, or a month, or 2 months, and come up with something. Problems. But you got to talk about them first. But you can't sit around and keep on waiting for these women to do it.
Right.
They're not going to save us. They done all they can by raising the children. But the black man says, now, baby, well, you see, it used to be, if the black man wanted to go buy some furniture, the white man required him to bring the wife.
Okay.
And when the black man is sitting there, the white man don't talk to the man, he talks to her. To keep her in charge, to keep you sitting on the side like a knot on the log.
Okay.
And so we always been sitting on the side, baby, you go do it, because he don't want to talk to me. You go talk.
Okay. Okay.
So, you know, we don't want no leadership position, but we got to save our own self.
Got you.
You know, what's wrong with 20 men sitting down, man? We know our problem, but once we sit down, we'll iron them out.
Okay. Well, I don't see an issue nor a problem with sitting down. The problem is organizing. So how do we organize?
You do that when you sit down with them $20,000.
Okay.
That's how you organize.
So we just put out a plea. So everybody hear him say we need 20 guys.
20, and it can work anywhere.
20 men come down here.
No, wherever they at.
Wherever they at.
In America, wherever 20 black men at, I don't give a in the rural or in the city.
Okay.
They can be your friends, some will be your friends, and some be people you don't know.
Okay.
But once you put the
right.
But us, you know, but we got to sit down and talk. We both know the problem.
Well, I think we
got
all
many of them.
Right, we all know the problem.
But the first one is we got to unite. Can't get nothing done.
Absolutely.
Can't get nothing done.
Okay.
So we got, you know, week 3 can get started. I got 5 people already.
Okay.
We'll put up $1,000. You know, I got 5 myself.
Okay.
So everybody know we need to talk, man. You know, can't keep on, you know, running from it.
Right, right.
You know, we got to be tired of being the floor mat for these people. Everybody just walk on us, man, and disrespect us, and be the laughing stock out here. You know, and we can help each other up. There ain't nothing wrong with helping each other. Laying all over the street and stuff. Hey, the genius could be laying out there. And I'm just about that far from being homeless my damn self.
I think we all are.
We all are. We got to realize that. And we can keep all of us keep us from being homeless. We can get together and move and do things together.
Right.
Because if a person really, like I said, I get $861 a month. If I can put up $1,000.
Right.
You can put your money up. After 6 weeks, if you don't like what's going on, everybody can get their money back. Ain't no losing in it.
Right.
But you got to figure if a person can put up $1,000, he might be able to put up $5,000. And 20 men putting up $5,000, $100,000. You're moving.
Then you go and you buy your building or you buy your something, you know, and keep on going.
You're moving.
There you go.
Because you got 20, because these 20 people come together, man, they gonna start talking, they're gonna start knowing each other. What you know, what we can do.
Right.
But 20 broke people ain't get a damn thing done.
You're right about that one. Absolutely right about that.
So that's my, and it can work anywhere.
Okay.
They just got to believe they can do it because they all got the same problem.
Right.
We're all on the bottom. We're all the floor mat, the laughing stock.
Right.
Look at how people laugh at us up and down the street. And look at the woman, she don't bite her tongue about telling the world, I'm gonna lazy ass black man. Wanna lay up on you?
Yeah.
So let me jump in here because Mr. Stanton went off on us.
He just telling the truth.
Mr. Stanton went off on us, but he telling the truth.
That's what I'm here for.
And we gonna get more into that organization thing because that's what we got to do. We got to get organized.
Like we sitting here with you.
Yeah, and that's what we trying to do, Mr. Stanton. We trying to bring organization to the world. But we got to,
we done started.
We already started.
We in it.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Stan. What do you see from your eyes? Because you've been around a long time. What do you see the status of, our culture? Where do you see us at right now? Because I heard you say that we fighting each other and things of that nature. So what do you see happening right now?
Buildings down here.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no one man doing it. They got groups.
Right.
Yeah, they got
pulled up.
Absolutely.
And we can start small. $1,000 is like I say. Hey.
So what is some of the things you feel like we can? And we're gonna get back to Kanye West, but we need to talk a little bit more about him and how that's affecting us right now because he rich and we talking about putting up $1,000 a piece. Where's that gonna get us, Mr. Stan?
We ain't gonna know that we sit down and talk.
Yeah, but if we sit down and talk, where's that gonna get us? What can we do with $1,000? What can the black men do with $20,000? What can we do?
Hey, we
gotta get organized.
Listen, the $20,000 is just like a think tank to join the think tank.
Okay.
But like I said, if you can put up $20,000, we might put up $5,000 a piece once we get to talking.
But what is some of the? Because they gonna ask these type of questions. They gonna say, okay. If they come, if they call up right now and say I got 1,000, we get 20 guys to call up right now to bring that $20,000 together. Mr. Stan, what can we do with that? Can we go get some property? That's gonna take a while, so that's not really gonna answer our question. Is we gonna get some t-shirts? Is we gonna feed the poor? Because we know that. One thing we know is that you have been in a position of organizing before. Mm-hmm. So we so happy to hear you come with, being recharged at 84 with that spirit of organizing. So they need to know what is some of the things that you see us being able to do with this money.
Tyler Perry is a billionaire and started out living in a damn car.
Okay.
So we can, he started with nothing.
Right, but
so if we can, the whole thing is we got to come to sit down with each other and talk. Once we sit down as a group, we'll find out solving our problems.
But we sitting in front of the world right now, Mr. Stan. We got the 20 people out there right now with 1,000.
Well, tell them to get on in here, man. Shit, I got mine. You got yours, you got yours. We need 17 more people to sit down. And we ain't gonna tell them we'll be a world builders. We can build the world and stuff, but you got to talk about it first with some money. I'm sure we gonna get some people, and we need to have a way, for them to call in. But one thing I do want to say right now is, this is a legend right here. This is somebody that's legendary. So if you do want to support his mission and what he got going on, we're gonna give you the number and everything, or you can hit the Cash App and just say it's for Mr. Stan, and we'll be sure to give him the money directly to him to help his cause, because we do got to help our elders. No.
Hold on one second, Mr. Stan. I got you. I wanna kind of shift a little bit and go in another direction real fast a little bit, because Kanye West said that Planned Parenthood was a known eugenics program started by the KKK. Now this is what he's saying, right? This is what Kanye West is saying. And we did some research, and we know that it have been a thing where you see the Planned Parenthoods in the neighborhoods, right? where it makes it extremely easy for someone to get pregnant and just be like, I'm gonna go make an appointment at Planned Parenthood and get ready to baby. I've known of plenty family members that did that. Is there some science behind him kind of speaking up on that? Is it a science behind the Planned Parenthoods being in the low income areas?
Well, I mean, you know, do I think it's a plan, or was it organized that way?
I mean, it's been since the 60s now. This been going on since the 60s.
I mean, we all know that, you know, the extermination project is working. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that, you know, the plan was to destroy the black family.
Okay.
And so if you destroy the black family, and of course, you know, if you make it to where the man can't be in the household and the woman get the money in the house and all that kind of stuff from the government, but the man can't be in there.
Yeah.
She get pregnant, you know.
Yeah.
It just seems to me like it's, you know, inevitable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so do I think it was planned and directed and you know, strategized that way? Absolutely. So that's why I said earlier.
Yeah.
I think the brother has some. The brother he's a genius. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you saying he a genius?
I think he is a genius.
Okay.
But I also, and most geniuses do come with mental illnesses. Look at
we actually had a show on mental illnesses.
Right.
And the sidebar of the topic is they genius, or is they, you know, is it really
most in history?
Okay.
Most of your quote unquote geniuses did have some type of mental illness.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Beethoven and Bach and all of them guys. You know what I'm saying? And so Einstein, I don't think he had a mental illness. I think he was just that? Albert Einstein. I don't think he had a mental illness. He was just he was a brilliant guy, and he helped the cause from my research.
He had what cause?
You know, he
just
was helping out with, you know, housing and sheltering, you know, African Americans during his time, because that was back in the 50s and 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I don't know nothing that he done for black people back then, bro.
Albert Einstein?
Nah.
No, Einstein ain't.
Everybody just wanted to be an Einstein.
No, Einstein. If you actually, because I actually Googled, because I was doing some research on Einstein a couple months ago, but Einstein actually was. You know, he was sitting down with King, and he was sitting down with the black leaders of that time.
Okay.
Not Albert Einstein.
No, we got somebody that's gonna fact check you right here. We got an OG in the building.
Google.
No, we gonna see.
We're gonna get back to this.
Yeah, let's Google line.
Let me ask a question before you do that, Mr. Stan. So, Mr. Stan, with the whole abortion situation and the Planned Parenthood thing, have you seen that really grow since back in the day?
That's where Hitler got that. That's eugenics.
Okay, eugenics. Okay, so that's the real thing.
That's where Hitler got the idea. And Hitler didn't come to power till 1936.
Okay.
And white folks have been practicing that on black people for years. My mama and all that generation was afraid to go to the doctor. Probably like your mama and them was afraid. They was afraid of the doctor because they know what they was doing.
Right.
My mama wouldn't even go see a doctor.
Really?
The women got pregnant. Wasn't no thing of going to see no prenatal business.
Right.
Because everybody was deathly afraid. That's where Hitler got the idea to work on the Jews, because he's seen it happen in America from the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he got the idea.
What's the doctor? It was a doctor up in New York. Matter of fact, where Central Park and all that stuff is, they actually got a big statue up about him, who was doing all the stuff on the black women up there.
Yeah, and see, black women like, okay, she was sterilized.
Sterilized.
Okay.
You go to the doctor, black women was going to the doctor, man, to get a checkup, and they were sterilizing them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all them old medicines they was getting to abort children, man. Black women started having babies with 2 or 3 motherfucking heads and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 arms.
Wow.
4 or 5 ears and everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
They come through the black community and just pass out that stuff.
Okay.
But they've been doing that eugenics on black people since the 20s.
Okay.
A black woman, and you see the Tuskegee experiment.
Exactly.
That was on black men.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Like, how did you kind of like navigate through those type of things? Because you actually went to the Army at some point, right?
Yeah, I went through the Army, man. Let me tell you about this Army picture.
Yeah.
I'm in the military. You've been to Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh yeah,
that was my first duty station.
Fort Bragg.
Okay.
Fort Bragg.
Okay.
You been to Fort Bragg?
I was in the Army. Yeah, I was in
Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
You go down Hay Street. We couldn't even go across the street.
Okay.
With the uniform on.
Oh wow.
That's like that street out there. Across the street, we couldn't go.
Okay.
At White Folk Street.
So I'm a little confused, Mr. Stan. I'm a little confused. So at what point? Because what year was this?
This is 61.
This is 61. Now at this point, are you in the movement?
No.
Okay, so you're not in the movement at this time.
No.
Are you feeling like you being disrespected by the government and by white folks?
Totally.
So what made you decide to go to the military?
I didn't decide.
He was drafted.
I was drafted.
Oh, wait a minute. So that was the time where Ali and everything was saying he ain't going.
Cause that was right. That was during the Vietnam.
But they drafted me for Berlin and Vietnam. See,
so you didn't have another choice. It was either you go to the Army
or the jail,
or go to jail.
And I had been brainwashed from a little boy, like all of us, that you're gonna stay black, you're gonna pay taxes, and you're gonna go to this white man's army.
Oh wow, that's how they programmed you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your duty is to die for these white folks.
That's what they told you. Okay.
They brainwashed them a little bit of children.
Okay, so then this
I pledge allegiance and all that. But they getting you straight. They getting you together. They flag every morning.
Right.
Like the white man said, he get you from 6 to 10. He own you. He got your mind.
That's why schools is designed like that with a bell and all that kind of stuff.
That's why they fighting for the school business now with these Santas and that. We want to teach you what we want to teach you. Wasn't no slavery. Wasn't no this.
Right.
And wasn't no that. And see, they don't.
We gonna get to that. Hold on, don't give them all the good stuff just yet, Mr. Stan. Don't give them all the good stuff just yet.
But that's like when they drafted Malcolm X too. But like he told him, which I'll go if you give me a gun and send me to Mississippi.
Okay.
And they just cut him loose altogether. So
So we gonna get this straight. So you had got drafted.
Yeah.
You went to the Army, and then you got out of the Army, and you was like, "Look, they treated me so bad in there, and they did me so wrong." Is that they did you pretty wrong in the Army?
Well, that was it. That was wrong from the beginning.
Okay.
You gonna draft me to go somewhere and fight for America, and I can't go across the street. I can't sleep in the hotel. I'm still riding the back of the bus. I can't go in the restaurant. You got a fountain there for me to drink out of, and you to drink out. Can't go to the bathroom.
And then you can't even go across the street.
Can't go across the street.
So let me
you're gonna send me somewhere to fight.
Send you somewhere to fight. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Stan. You actually had to so you get on, just say you get on the bus, you actually had to go to the, and we of course we know Black history, but we dealing with somebody that actually had to deal with this. You actually had to go to the back of the bus.
See, Rosa Parks, she didn't sit on the front of the bus. She was sitting in, so you paid at the door, front door, and go to the back to get on, because that's where the back section starts. Rosa Parks was sitting on the back, and the white man wanted to sit back there where the blacks was already stacked up.
Okay, so wait a minute. For everybody that's not really understanding or don't really know what Mr. Stan is saying, because this is all new to me too, to a certain extent. You're saying that you had to get the bus stops and open the door. You get on the bus, put your money in there, get back off the bus, and go around to the back and get on the bus.
You couldn't walk in front of them white folks sitting on that bus.
Wow.
So when walking through them, you had to go around and get back on the back.
You had to go out there and go back and get on the back of the bus.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Stan. What would they do to you if I got on the bus and I'm like, man, I'm finna go through the front? Like, what would happen to you?
You'll be a dead nigga, man.
Wow. They'd just jump on.
Yeah, they had two laws, one for white folks, one for blacks.
Okay.
You know, one for black folks, one for white folks. You couldn't drink no Coca-Cola in front of the white man in the South. In some states.
You couldn't drink no Coca-Cola.
You couldn't drink no Coca-Cola in front of them, and you couldn't talk with your damn hat on.
You had to take your hat off.
If you wanted to keep a head.
Okay.
Well, see, but in the North, I didn't have to confront that, but I used to have to come in the South and confront it. But Emmett Till, he didn't listen to his people when they sent him back South. My mama and them tell us, look, you dealing with a different white man in that South. That's why I left. But now, if you want to go down there and see your grand on that farm, you got to do just like I'm telling you. If you just can't be reading in front of the white man. That's number one.
So now what year is this where you can't read in front of white people? 1945. So in 1945, you can't read a book in front of white people.
You in the South in certain spots. Because they're gonna ask you. See, my grandpa couldn't read, but I could read because I'm coming from the North. I went to school.
Okay, you went to school.
So we at the dairy one morning, and so I'm reading the paper. But I've been told before I got down there what to do.
Okay.
If the white folks confront me about reading, boy, what you doing? What you reading? I say, shit, I'm laughing at these words and looking at these pictures. Well, he's satisfied. I ain't reading, but I'm reading, and he can't read his damn self.
Okay.
He can't read his damn self, but we've been told before we went south, and that he'll kill children.
Oh wow.
We knew that.
Wow.
Emmett Till thought he was still in Chicago.
Okay.
He thought he was still in Chicago.
Okay.
He just wanted to go listen to what his parents told him.
So let me interject for a second, Mr. Stan. So fast forward to, we talking 19, what was it again?
1945.
1945, you had to endure this. Fast forward all the way to 2022. When you moving around and you see people just really I'm speaking of black folks really, do what they want to do, get on there and, listening to their music, playing around. I'm sure you see this, got their pants sagging, smelling like weed, whatever the case may be. What is your thought process when you see things like that? Because we know that if that happened, go in the past, if that happened in 45, it'd be some problems.
45, 62, up until what? 70, up to the 70s, right?
Well, just in Miami, man, and I done living here in the 60s, but I came here in 70. But just before I came here, man, you had to have an ID to be on Miami Beach at night. You be out here this late at night on Miami Beach, you gonna go to jail.
You're gonna go to jail, and you had to have $1 in your pocket.
Yeah, well, the vagrancy. That's how the chain gang got organized.
Okay.
If you didn't have $1 in your pocket when the police stop you, you're gonna be on the chain gang. That was a vagrancy. That's all through the South.
Okay.
Your people probably know about that vagrancy.
You're gonna be on the chain gang if you get caught with,
because see,
without $1 in your pocket.
They building highways and they needed free labor, just like they got a penitentiary now.
And that's what I say. That's what it's coming to, right? It's coming because they got to figure out how to build America back up, right?
Right.
So we figured
they just put all them brothers in prison. Now you got the businesses. They done privatized the prison. Okay. So now you got the free labor on the inside. They growing fish. They growing all kind of stuff in there.
That's
they always have been making license plates.
You guys proud to be doing some work in the penitentiary, right?
For 3 cents an hour and all that kind of stuff.
They writing back home like, I'm taking this new program to show me how to grow fish and make microchips
and stuff like that. It's growing out of prisons. The prisons is turning into an industrial process because you got the free labor sitting in there.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Stan. So we just given a timeline of, and by the way, this is the Status Podcast. And of course, tonight, I want to pull this up on the screen real quick. Tonight, we having a special conversation. We talking about is Kanye West. Is he genius or disrespectful? And we had to bring an esteemed guest. We had to bring a legend on the show. It was just a must. We had to bring a legend on the show to really give this thing another perspective, because we talking from our age and range and what we've seen, but we haven't been able to not get on the bus, or we not haven't been able to not drink out of faucet. But this gentleman right here have. So we wanted to really see, like, this brother fought for the reason why Kanye West is able to say the things that he's saying right now. So we wanted to go back and give y'all a whole different perspective of what's going on. Now, Mr. Stan, when we've heard Kanye West say some things, and him and Candace Owens. You know who Candace Owens is?
The woman, the woman on one in broadcast.
Yeah, she be on Fox News. She a black sister, a black Republican.
Yeah.
And she loves, she pro-Trump, and Kanye West is pro-Trump. And we just want to get an understanding of, what is your position on, like, Trump and things of that nature. What is your, how do you feel about him?
I put it like this with Trump.
Okay. All right.
I had a son doing 17 years in prison.
Okay.
I wrote Trump a letter.
No, this is a true story?
Sure.
Okay.
I wrote Trump. I got my the VA, my doctor, the VA, and my wife, and we sent Trump a letter of compassion. And in 6 weeks, my son was out.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the press. Wait a minute. Stop it, because this is wild. So, Mr. Stan, you're saying that. And what year was this? This was not too long ago, right?
It's 2 years ago.
So 2 years ago.
2 years ago, September.
Okay, so 2 years ago, you and your family wrote a letter to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
To the White House, asking for your son to be released up out of prison.
Yeah.
Or pardon, I should say.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump actually released your son from prison.
See, black folks is mad at Trump because he beat Hillary Clinton. I ain't never voted for nobody.
You never voted in your life?
For nobody.
In 84 years, you never voted?
I went in the voting booth in 1960 and looked at all them white folks to vote for. You know, they got that open spot they got down there, others. I put my name in every spot. And I ain't been back in the booth since.
Wow.
Now, I got 4 friends. One had done 27 years. One had done 23 years. All of them wrote Trump a letter, and all of them out.
Whoa.
See, black people are so focused on disliking the man, but Biden is the one that put him in prison.
Right. We
and
didn't
Trump
talk
had
about
a whole bunch of them out.
Okay.
He had a program, and a lot of black men, black men voted for Trump. And a lot of black men would vote for him again.
Okay.
You see, black got a thing, I like this white man, and I like that. Well, Hillary Clinton, that Clinton family, the black people just love the Democratic Party, and they don't want to look at nothing else positive. So, hey man, I looked at the way Trump handled that thing in Afghanistan. For 2 years with the Taliban. They didn't kill nobody. They didn't kill. The only people that died in that war was them 10 men that got blew up when they were trying to get them people out. But for 2 years, he let them know. And they made an agreement. And for 2 years, they didn't kill not one American soldier. So
let's get this straight real quick, because I got to get this straight. So, Mr. Stan, you are, you're a Black Panther, and you're pro-Trump.
Well,
talk to me.
It ain't no matter being pro-Trump. I'm just telling you what he done.
What he done?
And I'm just telling you what Biden done.
Okay.
Him and them Clinton people, Biden, look how Biden handled Anita Hill.
Okay.
Look at how him and Hillary Clinton and her husband, that three times strike you out.
That's right. That's true.
And that's Biden.
Biden did that for sure.
Yeah. So why would I vote for a man like that?
Okay. So then Kanye West ain't all the way wrong what he's saying then, is it?
Hey, it's a lot of black men that voted for Trump.
Okay.
And a lot of black men, because he didn't put nobody in prison.
That we know of.
He might not have put him in prison, but he was so gunning for the death.
Hey, look here.
Death for the
Look here. He ain't done no more.
5.
He ain't done no more than Biden or the rest of them.
So basically, you say Trump was the lesser of the two evils.
As far as I'm concerned,
Okay.
I seen them black men walk out of them prison, and my son too.
Your son got pardoned by Trump. This is deep though. Yeah. This is deep right here.
I ain't talking about something. I can bring him here and he can tell you.
It's deep because when you first came in, you was like, forget Kanye. I don't know what he's talking about, but he actually got a point on what he's saying from your perspective.
Well, you can be for who you want to be.
Okay.
You know,
right.
that's the thing of being in America. I guess the freedom of speech.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's true.
Know, you can be for who you want to.
Yeah.
So, but I don't see nothing that he done. I don't see nothing that Trump done that harm black people.
Oh man, that's controversial coming from a Black Panther.
Hey, no.
We talking tonight, y'all. Somebody called in.
Hey, being a Black Panther, don't. Hey, we had white folks to help us.
Right.
So the Black Panthers had white people.
The students at Berkeley and all them people, man. Mm-hmm. We couldn't make all them trial dates and get all them expensive lawyers without them helping us.
Right. So
we wasn't no racist organization.
Oh, no. So the Black Panthers is not a racist organization?
No, we wasn't no racist about that. You can't fight no revolution and be racist.
Wow, I did not know that. I didn't know it was white people that helped the Black Panther. So it's similar to the Black Lives Matter movement, right?
Yeah, but see,
But the Panthers was more organized.
We was real. These people just was for the money. They done got the money and gone.
So the Panther Party was real, and the Black Lives Matter movement is just people trying to get money.
So that was a financial started to live in them $6 million house out there in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll hear no more about them.
Okay. Now I just want to touch on that for a second. Now you was telling me before that you got George Floyd button on. You said if you were standing around watching what was going on with George Floyd, you would have had to do something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You would have to put yourself on the line as well, because you're not going to let him sit there.
Well, see, to be a Black Panther, the first thing that you had to come to realize, you are willing to die for your people, not so much die for yourself.
Okay.
You got to be willing to die for your folks.
Okay,
and that's why it was just a few of us, because once you get to talking about dying for somebody else, oh no, man, I can't die for him. I can't die for her. That makes a whole lot of people back up.
Right. I probably would have had to double think that one too.
Like, see, if I was
think about that.
If I'm in the army, that means I'm willing to go to Vietnam, Korea, and kill innocent people.
You got a point there.
And chance my life.
You got a point there. Now that's
chance my life against all them people. They ain't done nothing to me.
You got a point there. I mean, now I'm looking at it differently, because if you go to the Army, Mr. Flowers, you was in the service for quite a while, then you ain't really got a choice. If they tell you to go over there and handle that business, you got to go over there and handle that business.
Yeah, you're going to go handle that business. And then, of course, in a war type situation, he was in Vietnam. And then, of course, I was in the second Gulf War in Iraq. So, if you're in the midst of combat, you're going to say something, that's why they call it sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice yourself for the greater of your people.
So that's the way we looked at that. If I can sacrifice to go over and face some Koreans and Vietnamese, I got to be able to sacrifice for my people right here. Why would I go over there and come back here and be afraid to die for my own people?
That's deep. That's deep.
See, that's the whole message out there, man. You got to learn. That the Black Panthers, man. That's why we was kind of feared,
and that's why they call them a militant.
Because we was.
That was a bad. That was so.
But it wasn't militant. It was just a military state of mind.
They was like organized. They was organized.
We was willing to, and we didn't have no whole bunch of guns or nothing. Because the only thing we had was our life to give.
But that's what they make it look like. They make it look like they had to get rid of it because y'all had guns and y'all ready to kill.
They got people got airplanes, got all them modern guns and little old pistols. That no, you want people to see that you'll die, man. They back up off you a whole lot.
They got scared.
You know, when white women got to start buying black dresses like black women, but they back up off of you.
So that's what. So I'm just saying, like, I think that's what, and I'm just saying, I think that's what Kanye was saying. He put the message out there to try to wake us up, and he willing to die for it. He willing to get taken out because he trying to wake us up.
I don't think he really get taken out. I don't think he's ready to die for anything.
You can see where he's at, and he buy a house right next door to his wife's house. He want to go see his children. So he just got money.
It's a money grab for Kanye.
He just got money. I do like hell I want to. I got money.
So,
but for him thinking about helping the race and shit like that's out of it.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. This is a quote for him too. He said he prefers for his kids to know Hanukkah over Kwanzaa because it's gonna help them with more financial engineering. How y'all feel about that statement?
And like I say, bro, the man got it right to be just what he want to be and say what he want to be.
But do you think the Jewish religion and the Jews are more organized and more smarter than black people in Kwanzaa?
Well, the Jews are more organized.
I would say smarter.
Because Kwanzaa is a new religion. A new celebration. That just was put together. I believe it wasn't the 1960s.
Well, I went to school with Ron Karinga when he used to be in my sociology class. I know him personally.
Ron Karinga.
And he worked with the FBI.
Who is Ron Karinga?
He's the one that set up Kwanzaa.
Whose phone is that?
That's my phone. If you calling in, that's the wrong line, y'all. Y'all got to call the line on the screen. That's the wrong line. If you calling in the line, you said Ron. Would you say that his name again? Because his
real name is Ron Karinga.
A lot of people don't even know.
He's from Philadelphia.
A lot of people don't know that.
No, he argued in 1963 when I got out of the Army. I went back to City College, and my major was sociology and my minor was history. He was in the sociology class with me, Ron Karinga.
Okay.
He set up the US organization, and then he made that Karinga that African holiday Kwanzaa into a holiday.
Okay.
But shit, man, he was one of the dudes that killed Bunky Carter and them at UCLA.
Wow.
That group.
Oh wow.
They were protected by the FBI. They worked with them.
Wow.
I'm telling you what I know.
So that Kwanzaa is basically a CIA.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Time out. Now y'all saying something real serious right now. Now what is y'all saying, brothers?
Well, I'm basically saying what did you
saying, Brother Flowers? Now don't piggyback off of piggyback off of Brother Stan. Now you gotta be your own man, brother. What are you saying, brother?
He just said it. I mean, I can't,
But what are you saying? Mr. Stan said one thing because he's seen it happen. What are you saying?
I'm just reiterating what the young man just said.
So Mr. Stan, you saying that Kwanzaa is a CIA organ? Oh, this might be too deep. I don't know if we should even keep going on this.
Ron Karinga and them, they was the ones that killed Bunchy Carter, the Black Panther out there at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
And the Black Panthers had a kill on him.
Wow.
That's
deep.
On Ron Karinga.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me give you my thoughts on Kwanzaa. I study some of the principles and things of that nature. And it's about giving and things of that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. I'm like, man, I might even start, last year or the year before last, I'm like, you know what? I started doing a little principles on the days. I'm like, let me, forgiveness and, money and, different things like that. So I'm just getting into it because I'm like, I'm steady doing the Christmas thing, but that don't really make no sense. That's not reflecting none of my values or nothing. I've just been kind of like pushed into that and I didn't know nothing about no Christmas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Kwanzaa thing kind of, you know what I'm saying, it, but it's kind of similar to it's kind of similar to Hanukkah. You know, you got to light the candles, you got to do the, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
it's a decent celebration, ain't no doubt about it, because it's African. You know,
it has an African origin.
It got a Pan-African root to it. So with the Hanukkah thing, you know, part of that is like, you know, they have to go out and give, you know, and give to the poor and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, different. I haven't really studied Hanukkah, so I don't really know.
With the Jews.
That's the Jewish religion. But, you know, do we have a point there? Is it some real engineering behind studying and knowing the Hanukkah principles and, you know what I mean, kind of like falling behind that and what the Jews doing, or is he just off his rocker with that?
Ooh, Kanye?
Yes.
Well, hey, man, like I say, boy, you know, people got money to talk all kinds of shit, man. And do all kinds of things, you know, only broke people and poor people just think about doing them. But they just got the money, go on do them. He buy a house right next door to his wife, but he won't see his children. He still won't see his wife. He got the money, he won't buy it. He can buy the whole block.
I personally, you know, I think he's pushing the agenda.
Of what?
You know what I'm saying? I think he's really just helping the white people push their agenda.
Well, hold on, brother. Let me ask you this. Now, you got the Israelites, right? They saying the Israelites are saying they is the first Jewish people. They saying they the real Jews. And that's what he's saying to the 12 tribes of Israelites. I hope I got that right. Anybody could tap into if I don't got that right.
You finna get us set down?
No, we gonna have to move location. We got Mr. Stan on the show tonight. We gonna have to move location.
Well, them Palestinian Jews in Ethiopia. Remember them when Israel took them out of Ethiopia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, they you know, they say they are the original Jews. The Palestinians out of Ethiopia.
Well, you know, I've actually been to Israel. You know, and which was prior to what I think Israel didn't even become a country until what 60 something.
Mm.
And so it's really Palestine.
It's Palestine,
right? And so
now wait, hold on. We just want to do we want to make a disclosure that we're not trying to separate Israel from Palestine, and we're not declaring Palestine as a state. We have to do that because that's a real serious war that's been going on for a lot of years.
Well, I mean, but the truth is the truth, though.
Nah, but we ain't from either place, so that ain't something. You've been there, but you ain't from Israel or Palestine. So we, as a respect to the Jewish culture and to everybody that live in Israel and the West Bank and stuff like that, we can't really make that determination, brother. Well, that's serious business right there.
Well, see, in 1948, man, I seen the Jews make all them Palestinians walk out with them bags and took over the country. I looked at it on TV in 1948. I was 10 years old.
Really?
And we were going to school. We always said it was Palestine. Right. And then all of a sudden it turns to Israel.
And that's a war that they still fighting. They still shoot missiles. They still shoot missiles over there to the West Bank, trying to, they still fighting for that.
Right.
So that's a deep thing because I get people.
That fight ain't gonna never end.
Exactly. Right. I get people coming in here now like, yeah, I'm Palestinian, and I'm like, man, I don't even want to say like, but I ain't really a state because I didn't say that before, and they didn't got kind of upset, like, hey man.
Well, we'll get on back to this.
Yeah, we come.
They ain't helping us. They can do what the hell they want to over there.
Much respect to the Jewish people. We ain't here to diss no Jewish people. We still got to live with them, especially being here in Miami.
Absolutely.
In America.
Jewish population and all that.
And it's what I'm saying is not any type of disrespect to that. I'm just saying that it was Palestine. That's all I'm saying.
It's in the history book.
But you know what I'm saying. But like he said, let's go back to our people.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Another thing Kanye West said is that he's being forced to have his kids grow up without a father. You know what I'm saying? He a black man. and he want his kids to go to a certain school. He want his kids to act a certain type of way. He want his, these is type of things that, what I mean, you do for you tell your kids, what I mean, what to do and how to do it when they young.
I understand that, but I feel like this, and my thing is, at this point, because he's not in that household, he doesn't have the authority to say what his kids can and can't do.
He left.
He's no longer there.
No.
Now, see, I don't agree with that all the way, because I feel like
you can suggest. You know what I'm saying? You can say, hey, Kim, or whoever the baby mom, whoever your baby mama, hey, let's talk about this. Let's whatever the case. But she don't have to go there. He's no longer in the home.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with the black, and it's hard for me to even call that a black family. You know what I'm saying? Because he have black, she, what they is, Armenian or whatever the case may be.
Black.
But it's hard for me to even really go into that, because they're not really, he is not really a traditional household.
Well, the reason why it's not a traditional household, is because both of them are billionaires.
Let's get a caller.
Hello?
Let's get a caller. Hey, you calling into the podcast? Oh, we done lost the people. No, we letting everybody call in tonight. It's getting steamy up in here.
But that's the only reason why it's not. That's the reason why it's not a traditional household. The only reason why it's not a traditional household is because both of those are billionaires, and he is no longer in the house.
Yeah, and both of them just a trick bag, man.
So if he wanted to have some say so in that household, he should have stayed. He should have did what he needed to do to stay.
He wanted to be everywhere,
but y'all don't think that it's powers that be that's trying to check. Do you feel like that is going on in America, where the black man is being taken out of his household?
Well, they're not, but see, he wasn't taken out. He was, what I'm saying, he was doing things that he needed to do to leave.
Mm-hmm. No, he left on his own.
Yeah, so that was a choice
like that.
That was a choice that he made.
Yeah, like my father now, we was coming up. If the black man was in the house, we couldn't get no welfare, and you couldn't get my mother was giving him $30 a month for 5 children.
That's crazy.
And you couldn't get no welfare if the man's in the house. So a lot of men just had to leave to get any money.
Let's grab this call.
This is Mr. Stan. We want to just introduce you to the show. This is a call-in show, so we got people out in the universe that want to call in. They may want to ask you a question. They may want to make a statement. So we're gonna go ahead and get our first caller in here. Go ahead, state your name and go ahead and ask whatever questions or any statements you want to make.
My name is Brother D.I.
Yes, sir, Brother D.I.
My question is, the fact that our people were identified as a color versus a nationality. Is that what Kanye was trying to get across? Because it seems like that is constantly hidden.
I think I did hear him say that. He said that we being looked at as a color and not a people. So we gonna hold that one. Remember that one. Okay, and give us one more. Either you can go a statement or a question. We gonna answer that first one. Go ahead with a second.
As far as I just was trying to really jump on that. Okay. I see that you guys are talking about this talk about Kanye. Is he a genius?
Yeah.
I think all people have that capability, but if anything, that word genius just means genie. And we're capable of producing at a high intellectual level, all of us. Is he a genius? I mean, if you say something, words, they bring life. So we all got the capability.
So let me ask you this, brother. How did you feel about the White Lives Matter t-shirt?
I caught it when Mos Def had it on.
Oh, wow.
He had the white t-shirt, but he erased the V and it said white lives matter versus white lives. So I like that part of it because the lives obviously matter to America. But as far as Kanye wearing that t-shirt and just coming into his knowledge, and it's sporadic, it's all over the place. He's trying to convey a message. Obviously, he's online looking at some stuff, but he's never been a part of an actual congregation that teaches Hebrewism in the proper way, not like being dogmatic, but actually giving the identity to those that want to be a part of the culture, whether it's bloodline or by convert. Because if we think about it, like you said, 1948, a lot of those German Ashkenazis migrated back to that land, and whatever. I'll drop that subject, but the white lives, he has to explain stuff instead of just doing stuff to make us talk. Explain. If you're a genius, sit down, explain it. Don't just like wear a shirt and expect us to read what's on your back and you have no motive. And after all of the slaughter, if we're going to compare ourselves to the Jewish man and we're going to call ourselves Jews of Ethiopian Jews, then we need to be careful, because there obviously was kind of two types of Holocaust, one in America and also one in Germany. But you can't just wear a shirt and not be able to explain and promote something of a people that slaughtered his forefathers.
Brother D, we appreciate you popping on, and stay tuned. We're going to get into some more.
I used to be your security.
I know. And you deep on that Israelite tip too. So we may have to have you call back. We might have to have you tap in, because we're going to get to some more. But we want to address some of these questions with the first question you answered. So stay tuned. We're gonna get into some more. We appreciate you.
Yeah, most did a good job wearing the shirt correctly.
Okay, for sure. White lives matter, right?
Yasin Bey. Yeah.
Okay.
Yasin Bey.
Okay, brother. We're gonna tap in.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Shalom.
All right. Mr. Stan, that brother said we the problem with us right now is we being identified as a color, black, and not as a people. You know, Kanye did say something on one interview. He said most Jewish people, if you said to them, your people, they get. I mean, if you said you, I'm trying to get the phrase right. You said you and your Jewish people, they'd be mad, but
I'm sure that's not what he said.
That's not what he said. No, he said something to the way of if you said you and the Jewish folks or something like that, then they would get offended and they would let you know that, or white people, he'd let you know that we're not white people, we're Jewish, like just claiming that, you know what I mean, that whole thing. So I know you are you real big on everything when it comes to our culture and everything, because I just want to pull up this sign that you got right here, and because that's where I'm going with it a little bit. What do you mean when you say something like this, Mr. Stan? Because that's kind of where I'm going with it too. So you got immigrants.
I got America is a country of Indians, immigrants, and slaves.
Okay.
And the reason I made this sign is because all the people, all of them always say we are a country of immigrants. Well, what about the Indians and what about the slaves?
Okay.
You know, the immigrants leave out and think that nobody lives here but them. They say we all here different. Yeah, they came on one ship and we came on another ship, and the Indian always has been here. And so we just not no country of immigrants. You're gonna leave out the Indian and you're gonna leave out the slaves like it wasn't no slavery.
So let me, and I know this kind of flip-flopping, but let me ask you a question. Do you have a problem with people calling you black?
They can call me black, they can call me a nigga. It don't make no difference. I know who they talking to. And if I call them that, it's just like, see, that's one word they ain't gonna never leave America, nigger.
Wow.
You see, it don't make no difference because see, even them old house niggas they got up that you know about, when they get home, they talk just across their table just like everybody else.
Mm.
Like when Jesse Jackson, when they had an open mic in Chicago, when Obama was running for president, and Jesse Jackson said we ought to cut that nigga's nuts out. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
You see, so it ain't just me in the pool room talking to nigga talk. It's all of us talking. We know it.
Okay.
You see, that's one word ain't gonna go nowhere.
So do you get offended? Oh, so that brings me to another question then. When you hear on the radio and the songs, when you hear just everyday talk, even you may say it yourself, should we continue addressing each other as nigga, or do you feel like that's something that we need to get away from?
Well, nigga ain't nothing like nigger. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole
we don't really.
The venom is in the first is in the ER.
Huh? The venom is in the ER.
Yeah, that's the ER.
But the GA is still the same thing.
Does it hurt me to call you a nigga? You offended?
Do I get offended?
Yeah.
No. But I choose not to use it because I know what it did to gentlemen like yourself, my grandma, and so forth. And
know what it done to what?
As far as I know who did it, the venom that was in the word, the whole 9 yards. And again, like we were discussing before the show, I grew up in what we call in the South, and so I remember being in having to play in J. Florida. I remember being chased after football practice by the KKK and so forth. So I choose not because, of course, out of respect to my elders and out of respect to my grandmother who endured those type of things, I choose not to use that word.
Well, you see, bro, your grandmother, just like my grandpa and all of them, we all use the word. It ain't gonna go away.
Right.
That's just one word, the white man, which he has never got put out there. But he got to live with it too. He won't say now he done broke it down. It's an N word.
Right.
Now it's an N word.
So do you think that as
say the word, man?
Do you?
Shit.
So do you think that as the generations begin to pass away, like the generation before, this next generation, our generation, do you think that word will actually disappear?
No, because the immigrants use it. The first time one of these Spanish people get mad at what you call your nigga.
Okay. Yeah, they do use it. They use it
all the time.
Right.
If we use it, it don't make no difference. Other people is using it.
Okay.
They pick it up before they even got here.
Right.
That's just like when foreigners come here, they don't worry about going to college to make no money. They're concerned about going into black community and make money.
Right.
They got all the stores.
But do you think it's because they're using it in the movies and the music and all that stuff too?
Hey.
So they get it, and they hear it, and they do whatever they want to do from the radio and TV. Stop. Gotcha.
It's one of them words got out there, it ain't gonna stop it.
Okay.
I don't believe, it's gonna stop it. Instead of white folks saying nigga, they just say N-word and go on with it.
Right.
And you got blacks now, he called me the N-word. But them same blacks, man, when they get with me and you,
right,
they let it loose.
So I got a question. Then we got another caller that's calling in too. I got a question. So Kanye West is a Kanye West is a entertainer of our era, right? Kanye West is speaking or rapping or making his songs about things that potentially our culture and stuff like that is going through, right? But if you go back to the 60s and to the 50s where you had like Marvin Gaye and different people like this, that songs was about what was going on for you, Mr. Stan. What's going on, and different things like that. So what's the difference between what he's doing and standing up and saying different things that everybody may not agree with, and making songs about it, and a Marvin Gaye or somebody that's trying to awaken the people and ask you what's going on, why are we killing each other, doing that type of thing. I want Mr. Stan to get off on that first, and then I'm gonna bring it to you.
Well, that's why that's why Marvin Gaye's songs don't die. They still they're still relevant. Because it's the truth.
Yeah, but some of the stuff that Kanye West saying is true to us in our time of day.
Well, in my opinion, I think those songs were anthems. Okay. Right? I think they were the Marvin Gayes and the Curtis Mayfields and all of those guys. Those songs were anthems.
So you gonna say
what's the guy that was in the room with Malcolm and Ali down here in Miami?
Ali?
James Brown?
No. It was the singer. He was a singer. He was a young singer. Golly, I can't think his name.
It's the only person that's gonna be able to tell you.
Was it one singer or was it a group?
It was one singer.
Was he from a group or he just sang by himself?
No, he sang by himself. He come from a gospel background too.
But then all of them come from that. All of them come from the church.
But he was a young cat, just like Ali and Malcolm and all of them. But he was that the four brothers that was in the hotel room after the fight, after Ali won the fight. Mm-hmm. A change is gonna come. The guy who sung that song? Change is gonna come.
Sam Cooke.
Yeah, Sam Cooke.
Okay.
So those songs were anthems. Now what Kanye is doing? Kanye is just causing controversy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Kanye is causing controversy because he thinks he's a billionaire. He thinks he can say whatever he want to say, and he has political aspirations. So he got to get them white folks to vote for him.
So
hold
on. Wait a minute. So you gonna tell me a Jesus walks? You gonna tell me that's not an anthem
to Christians? Maybe.
So what's wrong with that?
That's not. I mean, but do Kanye make great music? Yes, but what he's saying that's controversial.
That was a good song, Jesus Walks.
But no, we talking about what he just said.
But I'm sure Marvin Gaye
the gibberish that Kanye is saying now out of his mouth.
Look at what James Brown said.
And wearing these White Lives Matter T-shirts and stuff.
What James Brown said. What did James Brown say something out of order?
James Brown was for the people.
Well, James Brown was for the people.
James Brown was for the people.
Okay, hold on. We got a caller calling in.
He couldn't talk, but he was for the people.
Hey, you know what he said. Hey, we got a caller. We got a brother on the phone that wanna speak on this topic. Brother, introduce yourself and go ahead and say what you got to say.
If you don't mind.
First of all, I want to give thanks to Brother Stan, Brother Flowers, and yourself for coming up with good topics like this to touch up on. And today's topic, is Kanye West a genius or disrespectful?
Yeah.
Oh man. Sometimes we have to be careful who we give our ear to, especially the $40 million slaves and the entertainers of today. Is he a genius? God, when we're born, God bless us with a talent. And brothers like Brother Stan that put in that work, 75% is already done for brothers and sisters. We only have to monetize and do 25%. So, music-wise, is he a genius for sampling 70 soul songs? It's coming from a musician myself. Those artists, produce great music. And yes, it was disrespectful to wear a White Lives Matter shirt. And I think that the singer, Brother Flowers, was talking about probably was Sam Cooke.
Yeah, that's who it was. Thank you, brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sam Cooke.
So what did you feel offended? How did you feel offended when that brother brought out those White Lives Matter shirts? And do you are you in agreement with the Black Lives Matter movement?
I'm not in agreement with with the Black Lives Matter, the organization, no, but with but the work they put in, yes, and with the White Lives Matter, it's just a slap in the face to our ancestors, brothers like Brother Stan that's on the stand right now, that put in the work. I think that, like the other caller that called in, he just needs to explain into details before he, react, because if a regular person like ourselves react like that, we might not get the, backlash, like he would get, or, but we just have to just be cautious on what we do, before we react on something like that, but, we have to, like Brother Stan was saying, we have the right to do what we want to do, not, it's going to be some consequences sometime, but, that's it's America. So, and I'm not downing the brother or anything like that, but I'm just going along with the topic. Was he a genius or was it disrespectful? Not,
That's
not to take away from his talent or anything like that, but it's just, you got to be careful who we lend our ear to today.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we're gonna expand on that. We appreciate you calling in, brother Carlos. If you want to tell them anything else real quick, man, feel free, and we're gonna expound on what you just said as well.
That's it, brothers. Continue the good work, my brothers.
Thank you.
Be safe traveling home tonight.
All right, now appreciate it, bro. So let me say this, because he made a great point, and I'm going to say this and stand on what I'm going to say.
You're going to stand on what you're going to say, okay?
Had that been you or I or anybody that's what we quote unquote call regular,
okay?
Had that been a regular person, a black person wearing a White Lives Matter T-shirt,
oh man,
we wouldn't make it home.
Yeah, you might catch a bottle upside your head or something. You might get shot at.
We won't make it home. But this brother he got
security.
And not only do he have security, but he don't have those issues because he's a multi-billionaire. So what's gonna happen to him? He gonna lose a few record sales,
but
a few record streams.
Did it make us? The question is, did it make us wake up? Are we waking up right now because he interrupted our thought process with that?
It's still a lot of information. It's still a lot of sleep brothers out there.
Man, he ain't, for I'm concerned, he ain't talking about nothing relevant to what we got to do.
Right.
Okay.
He just, hey man, we got to start off with our little $1,000.
Okay, and we're gonna get back to that.
All he's doing is spreading he's spreading propaganda.
Okay.
And we helping him.
Yeah, but we got to address it because right now what we doing, Mr. Stan, is we
saying nothing, man, that's relevant to us as a people.
Well, you just said, Mr. Stan, you just said that he agreed with Trump and what he was saying about Trump, and he liked Trump, and you just said you wrote a letter.
I like Trump. I like what he done for my son.
Okay, well, y'all got something in common.
What?
Y'all got something in common. He talking about trying to help Trump out and do all this, and you want to help Trump out because Trump helped you out.
Hey, well, it's not. His agenda is altogether different than what I'm here for.
Okay. Well, we know what you're here for. We're gonna get to that.
All together different.
All man. I'm saying is Trump. He support Trump, and you support Trump.
I ain't never voted. But if I had to vote, I'd vote for Trump.
Now, there's some folks that ain't gonna mess with you now off of that, Mr. Stan.
I don't give a damn. They vote who they wanted to vote. So they've been voting. We've been voting all that time, and we still on the bottom.
So I don't know. Y'all got a lot in common, Mr.
Y'all
both look. Kanye West and Mr. Stan is both radical.
No. You can't speak for me like that, bro.
Okay, my apologies, Mr.
Stan. You can't speak for me like that at all.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
just told you what the man done for my son and 3 more of my friends.
So let's just say this. All this whole topic is doing, or let me not say what this topic is doing, but all what Kanye is doing is causing and stirring up a lot of barbershop talk.
Okay.
Ain't gonna go nowhere.
It's stirring up a whole lot of cooler talk.
But do we need to be woken up right now?
But we need to be woke. You're right.
We need to be woken up?
But he's not the one that's waking people.
We
up.
waking ourselves up right here, man. We're trying to get some men together to lift their own ass up, man.
He's not waking anybody up. He's causing a larger rift.
I think he waking some folks up.
There's already a strong divide in America
because he's saying some things behind the scenes.
He's widening the divide. That's all
true.
He's doing.
Yeah. I mean, but you have some people that's on the other side that's been widening the divide too. Now, come on, now let's just be honest.
Because
I'm gonna tell you this, and we're gonna move on to another part of this discussion. But when other cultures, like when white people say something racist or something out of order, they just be able to go ahead and apologize about it, and they move on. Oh, I'm sorry I said that, and we're gonna keep it moving on.
But let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Let's keep it all the way 1,000.
Yeah.
This is a white man's world.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know.
This is the white man's America. So white man is gonna say. I mean, the white man been spreading lies since we got here.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
You know what I'm
saying? Stan, you hear what this brother just said?
This white man's America. There ain't no where the lie. Where is the lie to that?
Hmm. Well, It's based on all the money.
I mean, this ain't even a laughing matter, but
he got all the prisons. It's money that runs everything. Big money. See, people can vote all they want to, but people don't vote nobody in. It's the money that put them in. You just wait. You just go out there and vote. But you think Bill Gates and all them people? You think the man on Amazon go to the damn booth to vote?
They donated to Black Lives Matter.
Well, hey, he's just trying to get more money.
Did they donate to the movement or did they donate to the organization?
The Jews used to vote. You used to finance the people, blacks, to protest in front of their stores. They go inside and laugh at you.
I think they still probably doing that right now
and laugh
these days.
At you. Shit.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is it's just causing a larger rift and a larger divide. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I had never seen that about that Kanye, it wouldn't be no. But like I say, man.
But we need we need to come on back home.
Yes.
We need to you know what I'm saying.
So I wanna shift the conversation a little bit and let's talk about something real fast. Check this out. So we got basketball players now that they taking a knee, all this type of thing. They saying, they putting their fists up, they really putting on the show, especially after George Floyd got hurt. They really putting on the show saying
he didn't get hurt, he got murdered.
Excuse me, my apologies to everybody, but I was just saying in general, but yes, he got murdered. But they really putting on the show and they still making millions playing basketball. Well, I say all that to say, because we got Mr. Stan right here, right? Mr. Stan was one of the original basketball players in America. And I'm gonna let him tell his own story when it comes to that. But he played this game first. And I doubt, like, Mr. Stan, now when you were playing, you couldn't really do nothing like take a knee if they doing the national anthem. They'll probably hurt y'all or something out there, wouldn't it?
Well, back then, man, we played ball. You know how when the game was over, everybody go shake the other team's hand and all of that. It wasn't that then. It was us against them and them against us. When the game was over, it was over. Wasn't no shaking hands and none of that business. That all the hugging and kissing each other and making friends and buddies and things. No, it wasn't none of that business at all.
And you talking about when y'all played against the white team.
Show your picture. There you can picture right there.
That's deep. That's deep.
That's the first basketball team at Christmas Atlas High School, 1927. Now the Ku Klux Klan built this school.
And you played on this team?
No, that team was 1920. That's 1927.
1927,
that's
the first black basketball team. Wow, that's deep right there. That's
and then hit a high school right here. That's the picture of the school.
Now this is Black history. He's showing us right here because Mr. Stan came from this. This is 1927, and that's when we was just now getting educated and getting organized and just pretty much coming up out of slavery, though, right? Because I mean, this is pretty much a step away from slavery right here. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Stan, we talk about the modern day athletes, and you was an athlete back in the day. and you had to pretty much fight for your freedom to play basketball. Is that true?
In the state of Indiana, basketball is a religion.
That's facts.
See, basketball is a religion, and white folks love it, and we love it. And this is what happened. This game that changed basketball. 1955, the first time that two black high schools competed for a state championship in the United States.
Now let's just stop right there. Let's stop right there real quick. So you played on, and this is legendary, y'all. I want y'all to pull some people in on this. And if you've seen this after we get done with this, I want you to share this video, because this is what Kanye West is not telling you, and this is what we sharing with you. We got a legend right here. So you played on the first game,
the first all-black team,
the first all-black team in the United States, 1955, where two black teams got to play each other
for the state championship
in Indiana,
1955.
And who was on your team?
Oscar Robertson.
Wait, hold on. Let's start right there. You hearing this right now? Wait a minute. Oscar Robertson, the big O was on your team.
Yeah.
And he got so much documentation over here. It's crazy, yo. We need to make a museum up in this piece.
Documentation.
You know what I'm saying? This is black history right here.
With Milwaukee.
Documentation beats conversation any day.
And we just showing y'all this for some bag, though. We ain't gonna give y'all too much. Yeah, he played on the first, and we just telling you this because we ain't bringing just no regular person on the show right now. We bringing somebody that actually played the first high school all-black basketball team. So he got a right to talk like this. And he's a former, he still is a freedom fighter. But I got another question to ask you, Mr. Stan. We're gonna get to that, Mr. Stan. I want you to put that to the side. Come on back over here, Mr. Stan, because we need to get some more answers about you. Wow, look at that. Play with Oscar Robertson. This is a legend right here, y'all. This is a legend. Look at that. State championships, and we talking 1951, 55, 56, 57, and 59, y'all.
And we never had a home game because we didn't have a gym to play on.
You didn't have a gym to play on.
We done all this away. Everything was away.
That's wild. Wow.
Everything was away.
Wow. I'm talking about we got a real legend in the building right now.
And this is Butler Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
They had to make Butler Fieldhouse our home game, our home team, our home floor.
Wow.
That's the oldest gym in America.
So, Mr. Stan, I want
Still standing?
Still standing.
I want to ask you some questions real quick, Mr. Stan. I want to ask you some questions.
15,000 people, we fill it up, bro. A high school game. That means everybody come to see us play.
Yeah, that's wild right there.
We done all this winning and we never had a black referee, or we never had a home game.
That's crazy. So let me we're gonna put this over there because we're gonna get back to some of this in just a minute. But we need to address some more questions. We're gonna put this to the side, Mr. Stan.
Okay.
We're gonna get back to it because I want to ask you some more questions that's involving this sports, entertainment and stuff in our our people. So when we talk about people like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? And what's the brother from Wisconsin that played football? I forgot his name, that with the big afro. They got
you talking about I know it's
Wisconsin.
He talking about the football player that took the knee.
Kaepernick. Okay. So and what's this here?
That's Oscar Robertson.
He got this original sign, Oscar Robertson. Because that was his teammate. Oscar Robertson was his teammate
on the high school team.
That's first ever high school team. Okay, we got that, Mr. Stan. We want to ask you a question. So come on back up to the mic, Mr. Stan, because I need to know some things here, right? So when you look at, you know who Kaepernick is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then just right there, we see he got kind of like blacklisted or kind of got like blackballed from the NFL and like it's prime. He ain't even old. So what would you, because you kind of was in the same predicament. Y'all got like kind of like didn't really get that light y'all needed to have. What is your take on something like that?
Well, with us, winning solves a whole lot of things.
Oh, okay. So you win some games. They ain't thinking about.
Winning things a whole lot of things, man. The NBA invites me to Indiana for different occasions.
Okay.
I never played in the NBA, but they recognized what my school was about.
Yeah, the first black school that
and
played another black school.
You see, we made basketball in the state of Indiana. We
Right.
changed the whole way you play basketball because we played with a lot of speed.
Mm-hmm.
We never had a technical foul. Referee could call what they wanted to call. Like the referee tell us, at the tip off. I call what I want to call. And don't you even look like you don't like what I call, because there ain't but one technical foul out here. See, it was always us. See, white folks let us play, but they didn't want us to win. See, because you winning the state championship in the state of Indiana, it's like winning the Super Bowl. And that's always been reserved for white folks, but they were forced to let us play.
Okay.
But once we start playing, hey, bro, like I said, I ain't never been called a nigga in the state of Indiana. And the first thing, and the Ku Klux Klan, I could go, you see this team picture right here, my team picture?
Right here.
I could go, no, not that team picture, the other one.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. Keep going with what you're saying.
I can take this team picture and go anywhere in the state of Indiana, and I don't care how much in the rule or how many Ku Klux Klans are back there, they're going to respect me.
Yeah.
They always do.
Okay.
Because they love basketball.
So I got a question for you. I need.
They got all about the color bill. They just love basketball.
Okay.
They still do, right? But I got a question for you, Mr. Stan.
basketball.
This is I'm going to pick your brain on something. Come on to the mic. I want to. Now, we got like I was saying, we got basketball players like LeBron, like all these other players making these millions of dollars. But let's just say you was fast forward right now, you in LeBron's place, you making millions of dollars with your same attitude you got now, and they allowed you to still, move and groove. I hear you talking about let's get together and raise some money and stuff like that and do some things. What is something you would do right now if you had millions of dollars to better your people?
Well, I would invest in them.
Like
all
what?
levels, like I want to do now.
Okay.
It would be simple. I would share some of it.
Like what you mean though? Like, cause Kanye West, he got a school. LeBron got a school. They doing things. They got schools and stuff like that. What is something you would do that'll be prolific?
Well, it would be some schools involved, but I want to uplift all the people. I'm for all the people, not just a few. I ain't just for the children. I'm for old people too.
So I remember you showing me a picture of you. I don't know what you're gonna tell me what year it is. I'm sure of you doing an after school program feeding the youth. Is that something like what you seeing?
Yeah, well, that was the breakfast program with the Black Panther Party.
Okay.
We had medical facilities and everything. We fed the children way before the federal government was doing it.
So you actually had, you had a after school program where you was feeding kids before that even came about, right?
And you see what happened then when you do the Black Panther. We are community people. So we would go to bar rooms, pool rooms, pimps and everybody else and get money from them,
right,
to buy food, because everybody respected us in the community. We didn't have to really go ask no athletes can have no money to help us out. Like Oscar Robertson, like he played 14 years in the NBA. He said he barely made $1 million out
of 14 years. That's crazy.
You got people on the bench that make $1 million now in the NBA. He played down there 14 years. He makes more money now just doing advertising and things he did playing ball.
That's why they had second jobs and stuff back then.
Yeah, it wasn't no money, really money, and the NBA was prejudiced too. They had a quota system, back then. Okay, right here, you got an all black team, But on the white team, they wouldn't have no more than 3 black players, and only 2 of them could be on the floor at the same time.
Okay.
That's deep.
You see? Now, Bill Russell and them won. When we won this, Bill Russell playing with the University of San Francisco.
Okay.
The same night that they were playing for their championship, NCAA championship, at the same night we were playing in the state of Indiana. They had 3 blacks on their team, and right here, it's 12 blacks. Ain't there 2 people white on the floor and them 2 referees. It's just 3 black schools in the whole state of Indiana, and 2 of them meet for the state championship out of 780 schools. And we went it back to back.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
We went 45 straight games.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's the first team. That's the second team. That's me here. That's me there.
Number 15. Okay.
We never had a technical foul. Never had a home game.
Gotcha.
They built my school without a gym.
That's deep.
So when people talk about home court advantage,
wasn't no home court advantage.
Well, you got to walk into a gym and say, man, this is my gym. This is my gym.
Okay.
That's the only way you can look at it.
Right.
You see that on this picture here, they got me taller than Oscar Robertson. That show you how our floor was. That's the gym we played. You had to practice on at our school.
Okay.
But boy, we walk in the white people in them white gyms and see them shiny floors, them brand new, all them lights, and them brand new nets. And boy, me and Oscar said, boy, y'all don't know what y'all get ready. Y'all get ready to get it. Yeah. Man, it's just like Hank Aaron then. Come out of the black baseball league, playing with all the most dirty balls and half broke bats.
Right.
And those when they came in the major league, you see all that, see the field, the manicured field, and brand new gloves, and brand new bats, and brand new balls. Willie made it, and it was a whole different ball game.
Right.
You know, because then with the black players, blacks, you know, they had to, what do you call it? Go from little town, riding in old raggedy buses and cars and.
So if you basically what you're saying, if you had the millions of dollars like LeBron have, right, you would be doing something like what but remember when what was it? Jim Brown, Kareem. Well, I think at the time I don't know if his name was Kareem at the time or not. I don't know if it was still Lou Alcindor. Or when all of them was at the table.
Yeah, he was out. He was Alcindor. He was Kareem then.
He was Kareem then.
Yeah.
Okay. But you saying you was started like a coalition like what they had if you was in sports.
Well, they didn't do nothing but just support Muhammad Ali. They didn't really do nothing else.
Okay.
You know, they didn't come together to get nothing done. They just really was supportive of Ali.
Okay.
You know, they came with that. But no, they didn't really. And a lot of them just wasn't no money with them back then, like it is now. You know, you got, you know, guys sitting on the bench making $1 million.
Right.
You know, just wasn't no money back there with them.
So I got a question, Mr. Stan. I mean, you know, and you bring a great point about, you know, we need to get together and get this money together. And I'm with you on that. But here's the thing, you know, if you could just say, because we never know who these messages gonna reach, right? We never know who these messages gonna reach. This is in the universe now. And I want you, from your experience and who you are as a you know, Panther and these type of things, if you can tell, you know, these brothers that got these million something, you know, in that camera, what would you say to these brothers?
Well, I ain't got nothing to say to them.
He more for the common part. He more for the common man than
I'm for men like me and you.
Right.
We just got to get up and get us $1 million.
Okay, so what would you say to brothers that's like me and you then?
I wouldn't say make it no different. We got to get together and we got to get us a think tank together, and we can't do it broke. We can't even start talking broke.
But
it ain't gonna go nowhere.
What does that mean though? That's what I'm trying to pull out of you. What does that mean? Does that mean that brothers out here need to get together and do some real estate? Do we need to invest in stocks, or do we need to just? Are you saying just?
We don't know what kind of brains we gonna run into.
Yeah, we don't.
And then we got to sit down and see what kind of brains we go run into.
Right. So basically, he's just saying we need to organize.
You need to organize, and then we'll see. See, you
right.
We see, right? You know how to do these things. I don't know what you know how to do, but we don't know what kind. And the ones that put the money up might not be the ones that get the brain. It might be a dude that come in and ain't got a damn penny. They got the idea.
But I mean,
put in stocks, buy some profits, start doing some real estate.
But
we gotta start.
I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to discourage nothing about the idea, but I'm saying they have organizations like that. They have the Invest Fest that went on in Atlanta, that had like over almost like 50-some thousand people, black people that was investing in stuff like that. It's 50,000 people that putting their money together, investing in real estate, trucking companies, and other things like that. What is intimate and special about what we can do as a people? You know what I mean? Like, because what I'm trying to pull out of you is something that the average man that's watching this show could be like, you know what? I want to get with Mr. Stan on that because he's got a great idea. Everybody say we need to get together, like you say, but what are we getting together on?
Well, hey,
are we feeding the homeless? Are we putting together a shelter?
Well, we got to get together first so we know what we're going to do anything, bro. That just matters. We just got to get together and start talking.
So sounds like to me, what you're basically just saying is we need to get together first. And then once we get together, we start throwing some ideas off the wall.
Yeah.
Once we start throwing things off the wall, then we can come together and say, okay, we got this plan. We got this plan. Yeah. Now it's time to execute.
What we gonna do?
Okay.
That's what. Am I right?
Right. Yeah. What we gonna do?
What we want out y'all to do right now is, whenever you see this, leave something in the comments. What type of program or what type of situation do you think we could do? Because we reaching out to the world right now, and we're trying to get some organization, which is a lot out there, but we're coming from Miami, we're coming from the James Mack store. We got Mr. Stan, we got Mr. Flowers. We're wanting to get some more understanding about what could we do to organize and build some type of fund to do more things for the community. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Stan?
Yeah, well, we got 3 million. We starting out right now with 3,000.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. And because your background is organizing, you started out organizing, and you've been organizing for how many years now?
Man, way back, man. But right now, we got 3,000 working right now.
So I think what I'm gathering from what you're saying is scared money don't make no money. So and we've all heard that since forever. So if you're a scared person does absolutely nothing. So we gotta stop being scared. Mm-hmm. We gotta stop worried about what the next man is gonna do or what he gonna say or what he gonna whatever the case is. We got to come together, sit down. Kind of like what brother Farrakhan used to do. Yeah. We used to sit down and have these powwows. Mm-hmm. Sit down and have a powwow. Mm-hmm. Leave your egos, leave your whatever at the door. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As a group, because until we do that, nobody's
ain't no telling what you come up with.
I got you. But
you got to talk. You got to sit down first.
I got you on that. I'm gonna come from a different perspective of being a business owner for over 15 years and things of that nature, which I'm not the only one, but I have to vet the people I sit down with, because these days you just can't sit down with every type of brother, because brothers' minds ain't where they used to be when y'all was organizing, when you was doing your thing.
Well, nobody said you had.
No, I'm just speaking for myself. Hold on, I'm just speaking for myself, because as I'm gonna be organizing anything, it gotta be some vetting going on. It gotta be some understanding of who we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in an age and we live in a time where it's a lot of mirages going on and it's a lot of fakeness. So when you're dealing with individuals like that, you could find yourself getting in a situation that you don't necessarily want to be in. And hold on, Mr. Stan, that's why we see a lot of the murders, and that's why we see a lot of the issues now, because people get together and it may not be all legal what they getting together on. They could be putting their money together to get some grass. They could be putting their money to get anything, and then the deal go wrong, and now we don't know how to communicate properly. So, man, you done messed up the money, or man, you ain't come with the money, or man, you lied to this female about what you was doing with her money and gave it to us, and you can't get it out now. And now we end up with a murder or something like that because this person is all the way out their pocket. So now we gotta, you know what I'm saying, do what we gotta do.
But you don't think they had all of that back when he was organized?
Absolutely, they did, but it's a different day now.
Well, see, man, you scared.
I'm never scared, Mr. Stan. I'm never scared. If I was scared, you wouldn't be on the show.
No, see, you mean? See, you looking at all the things that could go wrong and not what could go right.
I'm moving.
Historically, man, that's what
Mr. Stan, look. We are putting together a platform right now, having you on here, you know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to bring awareness to our people. We're trying to get organized right now, Mr. Stan. This is the thing. Because if I was scared, you a Black Panther, I wouldn't have you on the show. I'm scared. No, it ain't no telling what's going to happen when they see this.
As a person, see, everything you talk about, if the brother got the money from the woman and the woman didn't like it, that's what we got to sit down. We'll iron all that out when we get together.
So I'm just giving you some of my concerns right now.
Because see, some people are going to have different. Some people you're going to have some Christians. You're going to have some Muslims. You're going to have some atheists. You're going to have some Republicans and some Democrats. But one thing for sure, we all got to eat.
Facts.
Now, if a dude can't work with you because you are a Baptist, well, he can just give him his $1,000. He can move on. Mm-hmm. We ain't trying to hold nobody to nothing.
Right.
We see how we can work together because we catching hell together.
Right.
We got to iron them differences out.
Mm-hmm.
You might go to church every day, and I might not never go to church, but we still got to eat.
Right. Absolutely.
It's coming down to if we gonna petty stuff like that keep us starving.
Mm-hmm.
But what does that look like today, Mr. Stan? That's what I'm saying. Like, what does that look like today?
Well, I think honestly, I think that's what the problem is. I think a lot of people, once we tend to get a certain cachet about ourselves, we start looking at what could go wrong. Like, okay, what if this person takes the money, or what if this person does XYZ, versus just getting in the table and just talking. Because as you said at the beginning, if please correct me if I'm wrong, but as you stated in the beginning, say you sit down, you pay your each man come with $1,000. You sit down at the table. You don't agree. You can't come up with nothing. Everybody get their money back, right?
Yeah, we just paying to be part of the action.
Right.
We can get 3 men to put the money in the bank, and all 3 of them have to sign to get the money out.
Right.
You can't no one man just walk in and take the money. Now we got to start trusting each other, man. The Black man don't want to trust each other with $1.
Right.
That's part of the problem for sure.
I don't want to trust you with a funky ass dollar.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna run off with it.
Right.
So we don't get nothing done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trouble, man. We got that's what keep us backwards like that.
Right.
But ain't that part of the program, and that's part of what has been going on in the community.
We got this.
We have to stop it. But that's part of what's been going on in the community is the fact that don't know brothers that we can't get along. That's part of the problem. So we have to work against that to get along. But we dealing with some real issues in our community. Am I lying, Mr. Stan?
Well, we got a whole bunch of issues for the Black man. The first one, he can't unite. And that's what he got to do before you can solve any of them.
So let me ask you, what is some of the things that's stopping us from uniting? Because we can unite, but how do we unite from your perspective?
Like we doing now, man. I'm just back to what we doing now.
Sit down and talk, brother. Sit down and talk.
You got to get down and talk about it.
So you're going to have brothers that's on different levels. And ain't nobody going to be no higher than $1,000. I don't give a damn what level it's on. And this ain't even laughing matter because you serious and I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I hear what you're saying.
And
you know,
and what he said, and I reiterate what he said earlier. Until we as black men get our stuff together and make a move,
we can't do it for nobody else.
then we can't do nothing. So our women, our black women, is definitely gonna continue to talk and diss us and all that kind of stuff, and we can't even get ourselves together.
Yeah, you know, and we got the women put their mind together and do things.
They do.
And get things done.
They do.
And
they do.
We still sitting down here like a knot on the log, like we ain't got enough sense to get something done, man. The women telling you they don't want you and can't be bothered with you. And
so you speaking of that, and you had said something the other day that had me thinking. You saying like you pretty much don't even want the black woman to be involved with this. Is that what you're saying?
Well, she don't want you to be involved with what she's doing. Why are you gonna bring her up in this with the men problem?
So what if they got the money to? What if they got the money to help us?
We got the money too.
Okay, so you saying
shit? Money ain't about money.
It ain't about we not asking for no women to. You saying you not asking for no women to join the organization? This a man's thing.
The NOW, the National Organization of Women, ain't got no men in it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But what if what if the woman say, what if they beg to differ and say we can help y'all?
Well, give us some money. But you can't be no. She can't. If she could solve our problem, she'd have been done solved it.
What's the problems? What's one of the problems?
We ain't together.
What's another one?
Well, that's the main one. We figure out the rest of them once we get together. But we got plenty of problems.
What you think is keeping us from being together?
Don't trust. Can't you trust each other for $5?
Why you think we can't trust each other with $5?
Through the miseducation.
What's the education?
It's to be against each other.
Who made us? Who educated us on that?
Who name you wearing?
I'm wearing an Irish name.
That's European, right?
Yes.
I'm wearing Stanford Patton. I don't know where that comes from, but people used to like to associate me with General Patton.
That's a bad name to be associated with, too.
Well, I'm coming from a plantation just like you.
Good question. Do you believe in reparations?
Reparations?
Yes, sir.
Man, that ain't nothing but a word when you come out. You get some talk about taking some money. Just we need some land like they gave Israel.
So
are they gonna give us a state? No, man. We at this point, man, we got to worry about getting ourselves together.
How much
reparations and stuff? If he give us the money, all we got to do, what we gonna do is spend it back with him.
What about the $1,000? That's all we're gonna do is spend it.
It's gonna be our 1,000.
But I'm saying
we be obligated to nobody.
But I'm saying that we whatever we do it, we still got to spend it back with him.
Yeah, we gonna spend it, but it's gonna be ours. We gonna dictate how we want to spend it. If they give you some, boy, they gonna always get away with you to spend it back with them, and they gonna be controlling you some kind of way.
So you don't think if we get reparations, we ain't gonna be able to spend it how we want to?
Well, I can't see it. I can't see I can't see reparations. I can't see how you gonna do that. But you want how many million you want?
We need to get organized.
Yeah. How many million you want?
As many they gonna
get. Right. I want millions the men can make.
So you saying if you had $1 million right now, Mr. Stan?
Hey, bro, if I had $1 million right now, I don't have $1 million, and I ain't gonna get into that kind of dream.
No, but what would the first thing you would do with it?
I don't know.
Okay, so you saying
I know what I would do with 1,000.
What would you do with 1,000?
Organized.
Get to it organized. I can't get past.
Stop. You wrong for that.
Me and him on the same page with that.
You on the same page with that?
That's what he was gonna say. Organized.
And after the organizing, then what?
Hey, you'll figure it out.
Well, I mean,
I can figure out something.
But I hear what he's saying.
I hear what he's saying too.
And it's the same principle.
But it's gonna get technical. But we're gonna get the guys together. But it's gonna get technical. We got guys.
We ain't no dumb guys.
We
can work it out.
I think the same. I honestly think that the same thing would happen that happened to the Panthers. I think you would have Mr. Uncle Sam that will infiltrate it with giving somebody some money and saying, "Hey, I need you to do X, Y, Z." I don't even, and it's simply because we can't. When we as a people, we so money hungry that we can't stick together once somebody offers us more money than what we already get.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I figure once people see us doing something for ourselves, big money will join us.
Yeah.
Big people will
how
join
they gonna
us.
see us though?
But you
How they
got to
gonna
be
see
doing
us?
something for yourself.
How they gonna see us though?
Huh? What you produce.
Okay.
People can see.
We talk about here in Miami, or we talking about nationwide?
It can work anywhere. It can work anywhere. It can work in a little old rural town. You get 20 minutes together and put some money up, sit down and talk, and straighten out their community. Or help lift up everybody. You start with just it can go from place to place, man. You know.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. I'm just saying 20 men with $1,000. Some people they will get 10 people with 1,000. Some people might get 30.
So I'm sure if you start here in Miami, then I'm sure it'll branch off to Lauderdale, it'll branch off to it'll start rolling
to another neighborhood. Now,
right.
You don't have to go out of town. It go from neighborhood to neighborhood. 20 men get together and tell them what they can get done.
Ain't no telling what they can get done.
Ain't no telling what they can get done. But you can't get it done if you're not together.
But
so let me ask you this, Mr. Stan. Are you seeing any organizations? Are you seeing any people that's coming together now?
Us three. Shit.
Mr. Flowers, are you seeing any organizations or anybody that's coming together now, right now?
Us three.
See, y'all.
But
can't get what I need out of y'all.
But now, well, do I see people organizing?
Yes.
I know that they're doing some things in Atlanta.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, they doing some things. Okay.
Elsewhere, I'm not quite sure. I can only tell you what I see.
I know they doing some things in North Carolina. I'm from that area,
and so
I know they doing some things in Wisconsin and Chicago. I know they doing things in pockets around the country.
So it's one of the things that I can from my studies, I don't know because I wasn't there. But one of the things that I know from what I hear is the grassroots. So you got to start with the grassroots stuff. Start in the neighborhoods.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Okay, so and I'm just throwing something out there. So we got Kanye West. He made a White Lives Matter T-shirt, right? He's selling that, right? So if we made a T-shirt that say "Let's get organized" and we sold that, do you think is that a start? Like, can we make a T-shirt say "Let's get organized"?
Hey, man, we can't do nothing. We sit down with that money.
I'm saying we sitting down right now. We talking. You don't think we can?
We make a T-shirt and what we wanted to be.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get organized. What if we had something like that? Let's get organized and we selling it. Is that a good idea or that is that?
We can sell some jewelry. We can get money, man. Shit.
We can sell some jewelry. Right? Yeah. Give me 1,000.
We can sell some. Hey,
hand me 1,000 right now.
We not the T-shirt.
But I think at this point we're kind of just going back and forth. We volleying right now.
And that's my fear. That's how it goes.
You know what I'm saying? Right now we just volleying. You know what I'm saying?
What is the purpose of return on investment? Is it trying to flip the 20 and to make it 40?
But
you know what I'm saying? $1 million. We work hard.
But we can ask somebody for $1 million.
But you're trying to get to the end goal before you even start.
Yeah.
And so you got to start first before you even get to it.
Let me know. Let me know when y'all get organized. Let me know when you get organized. Anyway, so that's a good point, Mr. Stan. And we're gonna get a little bit more organized soon, and we're gonna have a place and a time for them to pour into you and your ideal, because I think it's a good idea.
You get a man, and we all get another man. That'd be 6.
Gotta be 6 people.
Yeah.
They just come and start talking. The men that's willing to say, yeah, here's 1,000. We'll try to get something going.
So let me ask you one other question before we close it out, because we've been going for about a good 2. It don't even feel like we've been going for 2 hours, but we've been going. But Kanye West said another thing. He said he trusts Latinos more than he trusts other people. How does that make you feel?
It's on him.
Do you trust Latinos?
I'm trust my people. That's why I got to be 84 years old, trusting my people.
Okay.
I know what got me here.
So you say I heard you say that you never been robbed or none of that, right?
None of that.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Not in the streets.
You never been in a street fight.
Hey.
You never been robbed.
You see.
You never been shot or stabbed or none of that.
None of that.
Wow.
And I done lived in I done hustled in all these communities that I've been in, man. I've been hustled since 1945.
Okay.
People can look at you and deal with you in a certain way. You can go in, you can be the way you carry yourself.
Okay.
I think I can carry myself. I don't give a damn what community it's in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care how rough it is.
Yeah.
I've been in them before.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't got a scar on me.
You never been in a fight, never got stabbed, never got shot.
None of that.
Still here at 84 because of
you know, the way you carry yourself. Man.
Yeah,
People can
but
see you ain't to be messed with. I ain't to be messed with now.
But yeah, we know, we can tell that. But let's just say you never really was put in a position where you was responsible for other people's money.
No, not really.
Because you've been hustling and a businessman on your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't never really had to answer to nobody, right?
That's right.
Okay. And the reason why, okay.
I just wanted to live my way. I wanted to travel a lot. I know I couldn't get no job. Ain't nobody gonna hire somebody that want to move and go where they want to go when they want to go. So I said the best thing for me to do is find something to do with my damn self. I can move and travel like I want to because I always got a job.
Right.
You know, I can paint houses and I can hustle merchandise and anything, but I'm gonna get $1 because the dollar's out there. You know, and I'm gonna do it in a legal way.
So
I ain't worried about the police messing with me or nothing. I go to a new town, I go right to the tax place, get me a peddler permit, and I'm on the street. I'm gone. You know, so it's always a living for me.
Right.
You know, I go from town to town, city to city, take my family with me.
So you got a different perspective. You got
my family's a hustler too. I tell them I hustle too. So children we all move with it. We all got to eat, so we all move with it.
That's a good perspective. That's a good perspective. But you got to teach that to other people.
Yeah, well, that's what we can do.
I kind of like where we going now. Look at them minds coming together.
Yeah. At least we realize that we got to get together and get things done.
Yeah.
And if we don't get together, we got to trust somewhere, man. We got to start that. I'm 84 years old. I'm just telling you what, we got to trust each other, man. It's too late to talk about we can't. Everybody else getting ahead, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Here, we still the doormat for people.
Right. That's a fact.
We got to get up off of that, bro. We sitting around, like I said, the women don't see us doing nothing.
Yeah, they do see us doing something now, Mr. Stan. Come on now.
Well, they don't see us doing nothing collectively.
I don't know about that either.
That's where that.
I don't know about that either. It's some things going on, Mr. Stan, where it's some people and some brothers coming together.
The man on the bottom ain't got nothing. He don't see it. Well, you might not be on the bottom like me. I ain't outdoors or nothing. But hey, we got our brothers, man, that's catching hell out here. And if they catching hell, we catching hell.
Yeah, we definitely try to hear at James Mack Jewelry Store. We definitely try to feed them every day. We feed some brothers every day.
Yeah,
we feed them every day. We got a homeless program.
Oh, you got it into a program.
We already provide.
Where's it at?
Right here at the door. I got about 3 of them right here. I make sure they eat every day. And sit down and talk to them too every day.
Well, you ain't never done, man. You let me walk around your home when they tell me to come back and get nothing to eat.
Hey, I didn't pour it into you too. I didn't pour it into you too.
Hey, man.
Come on down.
Out here making sandwiches.
Man, come on down.
I come through here, you tell me. Yeah.
Hey, you know.
But you already feed me.
Hey, well, hey, look, bring your 1,000.
Huh?
And I'm gonna show you what we doing. So anyway,
let's us do something, man.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. But today we just want to we're gonna wrap this thing up. But we want to, Kanye West is a brother that's speaking, out. He's crying out. He's saying that black men right now is 1 out of 3 in the penitentiary. You know, he's saying that on public television.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
but we already know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know we had moved from 1-4 to 1-3.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, when they say mass incarceration, you know who they talking about.
Okay, I ain't know that.
This been the news since slavery.
And we're facing new slavery. That's what he said. They're trying to make new slaves. Talk to us.
Current, you get somebody. You get somebody. I got 3 people.
Okay, all right. So,
and we one of the men got a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's a place. And you said this place. It don't make no difference where we sit. Long as we sit a month, we can. Ain't nobody. If you can put up $1,000, ain't gonna break nobody to put it up. If they put it up, I mean they ain't worried about it.
Right.
You know. So if we can't get along or look like you can't work together, but just ask for your money back and go ahead on.
Right.
We gonna see.
Get somebody else.
We gonna see. We gonna double back to it. We're gonna get a little bit more organized. And when we get a little bit more organized, we're gonna bring it to them again. We're gonna bring it to them again.
We ain't organized at all.
That's what I'm saying. But we're putting something out there that is very valuable and very.
It's a think tank, man.
Yeah.
You know, we can do a think tank.
And we're gonna come back to that. But I want to get one final thought before we wrap this thing up. And we're gonna start over here with Mr. Flowers. Mr. Flowers is Kanye West is he on to something with what he's saying, and or was he disrespectful with what he's doing?
Well, I've already told you what my thoughts are. I think.
And what's that? Just make it clear.
Well, let me make it crystal clear.
Yeah,
I think Kanye is on some buffoonery.
Okay, I think he's on some buffoonery.
Okay. You know, I think the brother again. I think some of what the brother is saying.
Mm-hmm.
He has some fact to some of the stuff that he's saying.
Hold on, Mr. Stan. We still need you over here.
Mr.
Stan ready to pack it up. Hold on, Mr. Stan.
Okay. I can sit here all night, man. Ain't got no problem.
He got some facts to what he says. Some of the things that he said, he does have some factual factual stuff to it. However, the way in what he's saying, the way he's presenting what he's saying, and the reasoning, I believe, behind what he's saying, I think is buffoonery.
So it's kind of a shock and awe. You shocked and you like, this is crazy. This is buffoonery.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's not a shock and awe. I think it's just. It has been well established that the brother has a mental illness, right?
But we still have to respect people with mental illnesses.
It's a known fact that the brother has a mental illness.
Okay.
I think he's on one of his binges. The brother has went through something extremely dramatic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the divorce of his wife.
Okay.
The separation between him and Gap.
Yeah.
The separation between him and Adidas.
Yeah.
The brother's going through some mental strife.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Which in turn, I think the brother's crying out, but he's crying out to the wrong people.
Us?
You know what I'm saying? He's not crying out to us. Okay. He's crying out to them.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got
the
you.
white folks.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
He's crying.
Cool.
He's crying out to them.
But he's talking about us though.
That's I mean, you know, yeah, he's talking about us, but he's talking to them about us. You know what I'm saying?
But you listening though.
That's like, well, I'm talking about this because it's the topic of the show.
Okay.
I have up until now, I have not discussed Kanye. Period.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, but you discussed them at some point.
Not throughout the whole
you ain't
situation.
make it a long conversation, but you was like, man, this dude.
I haven't since all this stuff has popped up.
Yeah.
Up until today, I have not uttered Kanye's name.
All right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And that's simply because I think he's just on some buffoonery.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Some nonsense right now.
Okay.
And instead of bringing us together.
Mm-hmm.
He's widening the divide that's already extremely prevalent here in America.
Okay.
Which is between the whites and the blacks. It's continuously widening that separation and that gap.
Okay.
And that's my honest assessment.
Okay, we got
what's going on.
We got you. Mr. Stan, you up. What do you feel about is Kanye West, is he a genius or is he disrespectful to you and your history and what you've been through?
Hey.
I need you to come on up to the mic a little bit. Talk to us. Give it to us. Give it to us straight.
Well, the man got a right to say what he want to say.
Okay.
To me, it's like Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson. They just got so much money. They put their money in pills and just stayed high till they died.
Okay.
And this guy here just spends his money any way he wants to spend it, man. This way he wants to spend it. He wants to, you know. I don't really have nothing. I don't know if he's sick or crazy or down fool or what.
Okay, but by you being a pioneer,
he ain't disrespecting me.
Okay, he ain't disrespecting you
in my fight, because my fight was my fight.
Okay.
You know, a lot of dudes back then didn't embrace what I was doing. A lot of them called me a damn. A lot of people used to look at me and say, "Man, you the damnest fool in the world." He said,
because you was a Panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said, "Man, you got to be a damn fool to go out there and die for these other blacks."
That's what they told you.
Right.
Okay.
But like, I got my mother looking at me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't worried about them no dime, because my mother had bought a black dress.
So at the time, you was a person that really stood out, that black folks didn't feel what you was saying either, right? Some black folks.
A lot of them, because out of fear.
Out of fear, okay.
Because see, when it comes down to dying,
mm-hmm.
you'll see people back off into the corner.
Okay.
You know, it's right now.
Okay.
You know, but with Kanye, man, he's just a young brother, got a whole lot of money, and he just thinking of things to do.
He thinking
with
of
his
things.
money.
Okay.
Because he was broke, he wouldn't do nothing like this.
But he did. He did something though.
He got the money.
He did something though. He made it to where he made it to.
Yeah, he knew something to get $1 billion. That's damn sure.
You got to give him some credit.
Yeah, I give him the credit for getting the money. Right? But he can spend it where he wants to.
He made a school for black folks.
Where's it at?
It's in California.
What's the name of it?
It's Donda Academy.
Okay. What?
It's Donda. It's after his mother.
Yeah, well.
His daddy a Black Panther.
The way he's talking, man.
You ain't feeling
it. I wouldn't send none of my children to his school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But he just got a lot of money, man. Rich people do all kinds of stuff, man. You know?
Okay.
And you would say.
And as long as he keep appeasing the white folks, he's gonna make more money.
He
okay.
You know, like he do Tucker Carlson. I listen to Tucker all the time.
Mm.
And but CNN ain't gonna have them on.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
CNN ain't gonna put him on.
Right.
MSNBC ain't gonna put him on their show.
Well,
no.
we got Mr. Stan point of view. Okay.
He's just a black man. He's able to get a whole bunch of money, and he can spend where he wants to spend it. He can't hurt me or nothing. You know what I fought for, I fought for. Right? You know, white man had me to go fight for the country, and I didn't had to go to the war, but I was in, but I didn't have to go into no combat. But you know, he just got a lot of money, man. Can do what he wants to do.
So what are your take on it?
Well, we're gonna ask, first of all, we're gonna ask Kanye West to come on and contribute to the come on, put some money in the call.
Well, he got
we trying to get organized over here.
All he can do is come put his 1,000 in and have no more voice than me and you. He ain't gonna come in here. Nobody gonna come in here because they got more than the other man. They gonna go dominate. No,
but we can use more than 1,000, right?
Yeah, we could use more than 1,000.
Okay.
But we just talking about getting started with something, man.
All right, cool.
We start off broke. That's the thing. We can get plenty of people coming here broken talk.
But I want to hear your take on it.
Hey, my take on Kanye West, is he a genius or is he disrespectful?
Now, I know both of y'all from the shop.
Yeah, from the area. Yeah.
So go ahead and go.
Okay,
ahead.
So I did watch the whole interview, and I've been really paying attention to this brother for quite some time. Being a business owner, and we all at the table business owners too. I'm not discrediting nobody. I'm just saying, like, all the things that I've had to go through in the jury business, you know what I'm saying, and being like one of the very few black jewelers, you know what I'm saying. I can't really think of, well, actually it's about 2 or 3 other black jewelers, especially here in Miami. It's like 3 brothers that I know, but nationwide it's only not even a handful of black brothers trying to get into the jewelry business, right? So we are kind of being like pushed back by the Jewish people and by the Indians because they don't really want us to be in this business, right? Because it's lucrative, right? They making millions off of it. Who is they making millions off of? Black people, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop stars, you know what I'm saying? All this. So they don't really want us to be in it. So I done been played by Jewish people on diamonds. I done been played by Indians on gold. And when I mean played, I mean kind of like, robbed in a sense. You know what I mean? I've been robbed for my merchandise and charged over the prices for things. So I had to go back and get my own education to be able to maneuver this business correctly and make the money that I'm supposed to make. So when it comes to certain things, what he's saying about the fashion industry, I feel that, brother, because I know that he's fighting a battle where they just sitting back puppeteering and knowing that, okay, you black and you one person, you don't really hold no weight. You know what I'm saying? That's how they kind of look at me too. Okay, you black, you coming in our offices, you want to buy gold, you want to buy diamonds. You know what I'm saying? You going to Dubai, you trying to make deals, but you don't really hold no weight because you ain't got no team. You ain't got no staff of black people with you. Like, hey, this is what we want. This is what we want our merchandise, right? So in a way, I see what he going through, you know, coming from a situation where my daughter and my daughter mother and me, we, you know what I'm saying, split up, and the things that happened in that particular situation, and not being able to tell my daughter she can't have a cell phone at 8 and she can't do this and she can't do that because her mother was like, no, she could do whatever she want to do because I said she could do it. I kind of feel what he going through on that. Like, man, that's kind of messed up because I know how it feels to be in that situation. I wanted my daughter to do certain things and be a certain type of way, but her mother was in control of that. Like, no, she gonna be able to do this. So I kind of was exposed to her, my daughter, I'm speaking of, you know, kind of getting out of line at times, saying that, Dad, well, I don't really have to listen to you because, you know what I'm saying, she done been put in a position where she can feel empowered. Like, I don't have to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? My mama said, woo, woo. You know what I mean? So, and we talk about child support and stuff like that. So, you know, that kind of broke me down. You know what I'm saying? I probably would be more successful in my endeavors right now if it wasn't for child support. You know what I'm saying? If I was able to travel the globe and really make the connections I needed to make years ago that I'm just now able to be able to do now because I'm on for child support. She's 20 years old at this point. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So I do feel that, brother, in that I know that will drive you crazy because I didn't pull my hair out trying to figure out how can I maneuver and get around this. At one point I wasn't able to buy property because I had this thing on my credit saying that you owe, you know, $70,000. And I'm like, what? You know,
back child support.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did what I had to do and I was in her life the whole time.
Right.
But just because it's a yes or no by one person, that held me back.
Now hold that thought right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So with all that being said, that still don't excuse this brother for wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt.
I'm gonna double back around to that.
I get what you're saying in reference to the household.
Yeah.
Right. But again, you know, coming from, you know, me being a father as well, once you leave the household, you no longer have any direction of what that household does because you left the household.
First of all, I didn't leave no household.
Well,
you know
you was no longer in the house.
Well,
but you was no longer in the house.
Right. I wasn't. But that's one of those situations where, you know what I'm saying, still you should have a right to be able to.
It's a salty spot.
That's called co-parenting.
It's a salty
spot. In the back.
Give me 1 second, Mr. Stan. I got you. You got to use it right now, right?
Well, I can go across the street if it ain't.
Okay, yeah, let me get that for you. I'm gonna get back to you all on that, but anyway, I'm gonna just say that's, you know, I kind of feel Kanye, but I kind of don't. The White Lives Matter thing was way out of order, but then it woke us up at the same time. But that's kind of on its own thing, so I wouldn't do it. We going to come back and visit this. We got Mr. Stan, we got Mr. Flowers here, and we just appreciate y'all tuning in, and you know, keep doing your thing, and love, peace, love, and happiness, and we're gonna see y'all soon. This is the Status Podcast, and you know, this is tonight's show. Y'all be cool.